A damn Alabama fan and proud of it. Gump Nation forever, brother.
Namath again faking, quickly finds his target.
Cuts in. He's at the 40-yard line. He's at the 30.
Quick drop throws in the end zone.
Each number represents an expectation, a challenge that only a championship tradition can issue.
Pressure. Anders hits him. The ball is loose.
Alabama, here comes the heat. Cornelius Bennett. Whoa, did he get lit up?
It is an endless passing of the torch that urges the wearer to enrich his legacy.
Brings pressure up the middle in a hurry. They can't get away from Duncan.
Alexander first down and more. Richardson breaks free on the sideline. Turns that corner. Can you say goodbye?
Because at Alabama, tradition is not retired. It is built.
You goddamn domination, and don't you damn quit. You heard that from our coach there. Roll Tide, everybody. Everyone in here already getting started off here. We're going to have a good show tonight there, and let's just go ahead and bring her on there. Go ahead, Spencer. I hope everybody's had a good day today. All right, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Glad to be here.
All righty then. And I understand Three Stroke Charlie's out there, so, and he's lurking out there. And I don't know.
Oh, no.
AJ, I don't know if you know about Three Stroke Charlie.
I don't know if I want to know about Three Stroke Charlie.
I mean, if Susan's around, she'll be able to tell you about that in the chat.
All right. So are you saying Creeper's going to creep?
Oh, she says don't worry about him. He ain't nobody. He's shit. So glad we got them up. So.
All right.
Oh, we on that shit, motherfucker Jones there. By the way, I'm on the little pina colada still on this here, trying to get rid of it, and then I got the old Captain Morgan's on there. We mixing that as alcohol for tonight, so. We're going to try to get it here. I'm trying to get this here going, but anyway. Got anything to say before I take me a sip? I need a sip.
I think go ahead and take a sip.
Or two. Now, my question is, I'll probably have this. Okay. I'll probably have this drink because I ain't got much left of either one of them, but. I got a question for you in the chat, and I got one for you too. You can answer this if you want to. I'm looking for something for next week to drink, and I got two choices that I got in my mind there, so y'all can help me out here. It's either roll vanilla, or I was going to go to a moonshine flavor. So what do y'all think, folks? Y'all got any ideas for me?
I was going to say moonshine before you, but
I mean, it'd be old
before
smoke.
you ever said steady.
Really?
I was voting moonshine. Yeah.
Cool. I'm sorry, motherfucker John. I see what you're saying there, but look, I don't think this has got any kind of alcohol on the pina colada mix. It's just I'm going to look here and see real quick. Blah, 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 blah. Non-alcoholic. There, sorry. So yeah. So we'll definitely got other to chase it with. I got some bourbon whiskey in there too, so I can chase either one of them. I don't know how good it'll be. I don't know. Is bourbon whiskey good with moonshine or that other?
Bourbon.
I say Crown Royal. It's a whiskey too.
Yeah, it all goes. Yeah, it'll all be fine. I still get the moonshine myself.
Yeah.
I guess it's because I like it.
Oh, good deal. All right, so let's just go ahead and if you want to. What do you say?
I say go for it.
Let's see.
What you got?
You're gonna take the moonshine for 200, Alex.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll let you take it. I'm gonna tell you. We're gonna go with moonshine. All right then. So yeah, everybody knows Jeopardy, Alex Trebek. So he's dead, ain't he? I believe he is, ain't he? Yeah, because they had Ken come on that other.
Yes, and I've got that guy that won all those consecutive days.
Yeah, Ken guy, whatever. And then he and then I think I don't know. My friend no money. I don't know. Well, I don't know, but anyway, let's get our series that we're doing there. If you want to, we're going over our national, being as this is our 100-year anniversary of national championships, and we got 18, and it don't matter what anyone else says. I know some of them are contested. I told you he did pass away, Alex Trebek. He was a good one, but you know I never was a Jeopardy fan. I was more Wheel of Fortune. Hey, one came on before the other used to, so that's why I was more Wheel of
big money.
Yeah.
Come on, big
money. Get on that bankrupt. Go, 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 go. But anyway, yeah, Stephen Hicks, prayer for that Colorado, their quarterback. That's right. I forgot what his name was, but yeah, he 23 years old, man. Such a young life, So for that to happen, and what was it was a car accident, wasn't it? It wasn't even his fault, I don't think. I think that's what it was. I don't know, but he's not here no more, and that's the sad part about it. So yeah, so definitely in our thoughts. So yeah. Anyway, but yeah, we're into our 1800s. See, I'm going way back. I don't need to go that far back. I know when we started. It was we were established in 1825 as a school, right? I believe that's when we started Alabama. So yeah, but we didn't start playing football. Of course, it came along 1876, if I remember. But we didn't have our team until 1892, I believe, is when we started. So if I remember
I believe you're correct.
Anyways,
I believe you're correct.
So yeah, I've got it in here in this book. Matter of fact, my good old trusty black book. It's not small. It's a big one.
We had I think it was like a 2-2 season with E.B. Beaumont.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. That's way back.
Yeah. Oh yeah, way back. But anyway, we're just starting at 1925 when we started our national championship run, and our very first one was a back-to-back. So put that in your damn pipe and smoke it there, jogging. You think you top, but you ain't. So, but anyway, but anyway, yeah, we had the back. Just get it here. Hang on just a minute. There you go. If you can see right over here where my finger is, where's my finger? Right there.
Mm-hmm.
So we got 25 and 26. And then we had 30. We just talked about that last week. And now we're up to 1934, right? 1934. Now that's a good year. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that, folks. I got a mess here. I got to straighten that up. Quit
You got a mess. You are a
man.
mess.
Damn it. I am. Here's something. Yeah. But yeah. All right. And let's see what we got here. Anyway, the title of the here is "The Hate Is Real," and our hate did start back. But even way back then, I don't want to go back further than that. Can I just go back for a few more years before this here, 1934? Before we got to 1930, we had hate there. And the hate came from us hating on Tennessee because I told you that our coach, Wallace Wade, was fucking mad. And the player, that Hannah guy there, he said, oh man, he was stomping, he was so mad. So, and then we'll see game, and I forgot how it turned out, but he didn't like it. But anyway, I think it's 1929, I think it was. But yeah, I wish I could go back to then and actually seen it, but I don't want to waste my life away because I'd be fucking 100-year old right now or whatever right now, or more than that. Maybe more than that, because if I don't want to remember any of that, I'd be over 100, 120 some odd years old, or 30. No, 130. I don't know. What am I trying to say? Something like that. Anyway. Well, anyway, roll tide there, Sue. Glad to see you here. How you doing? All right. Go ahead and say something while I take another sip. I got to get busy.
Well, I was just thinking about that hate, and I think you're right. Did it begin? It did begin way before this 1934 season, and it's just gotten worse ever since. Yep.
Yeah.
Because they don't hate the bad guy. They don't hate the bad guy. They hate the gatekeeper.
Yeah. Well, let's just try here, and why I said that. What I looked up and researched on this here. Remember what we said, that they didn't have just us as being that national championship.
That's right.
And that's where the hate comes in. Go ahead and talk to us about that. Who was the other team?
Minnesota. Minnesota was widely accepted as the national champion.
Of all places.
Yes. And it's widely contested as far as who actually was. It's very controversial because Minnesota, and what was it, Golden Gophers? Is that what we said they were, Golden Gophers? Is that what they are?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Well,
yes, Golden Gophers.
The Golden Gophers were supposedly the best team in the whole country at that time.
See the hate? Y'all see what I'm saying? The hate's real. Even back then, the hate was real against,
But they didn't get to play in a bowl game. They had an undefeated 8-0 season. We had a 10-0 season. They had an 8-0 because the Big Ten would not allow bowl games. They would not allow invites to bowl games because of the academics. It was encroaching on their academics.
So you saying that the Big Ten was they were more focused on an education more than football?
That's exactly right. That was exactly right. The South has notoriously got a bad rap for being focused on the money and the sport and putting a back burner the education. So they were more focused on academics back then.
Yeah. Roll Tide, Linda P. How you doing there? Glad to see you there. So she said told you Roll Tide too. So
Roll Tide.
But anyway, yeah, it goes back to then. I mean, we've got it now. We've got this here. I mean, we've got a new coach, and we had that new coach when we had Wallace Wade come along there. I forgot what the coach before him was, but he just couldn't cut it. But we got Wallace Wade there, and we started winning national championships. I mean, it's what I think it took him. I think he came around in 22. I think he was, and so it took a few years. It took 3 years, and this is our or this going on here, is it, or third with Coach DeBoer? I think
third. I don't know. Third. This is a third, ain't it?
Third. I think it's third. Yeah, this is his third season. So yeah, I agree with you. So, I mean, do you feel that he should be? I mean, we're just going to take it to right here and see what you think, man. Do he be given another year or two, or what do you think? I mean, us as fans.
Yeah, I think.
Go ahead.
I think you should give him another year, because what good is it going to do to keep getting in the same cycle of newness? I think give him another year. I do. Now, after this year, if he ain't got it together, he's out, in my opinion.
Okay. I can go along with that. But, you know, so you're saying pretty much do or die this year. He's got it this year. And
yeah. Exactly. That's what I think, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because, you know, it's always been a tradition of excellence, you know, and that's what Barry Bryant said whenever he came to the college there in 1958. We're going to continue this tradition of excellence that's, you know, demanded here, you know. And we'll get on into that, and because I know you got something special to say about him. And yeah, let's go ahead and get on into this here for you, because I'm just remembering. Yeah, let's go ahead. So you said Alabama is supposed to share that national championship. I'm with you. I don't think we should. I don't think we should have shared it with them, especially whenever, you know, that they. I mean, they didn't. Did you say that they didn't even play in a bowl game?
Yeah, they weren't. They were restricted. That their conference would not allow the bowl games, and that wasn't uncommon. They had more, but they also, the Big Ten conference, were going to be covered more in national media. So as far as the national media was concerned, Minnesota was the better team than Alabama. They got more coverage, but they didn't get to play those any postseason games. So they had their undefeated season, and then they had to go, you know, pretty much back to class, back to school, and that was it. And it caused a lot of resentment, because they anyway, controversial because we didn't have the same kind of system that we do now. There was no playoff games. There was no way for them to meet each other on the field.
Right. And speaking of bowl games, do you know how many we played? Played that year?
I think in college football there was 3. I think, and 2 of them were brand new. And but then there was another bowl game that wasn't actually I wouldn't count it, but I think 3. 3 is what I think.
Right. 3, and then that other one was a Sun Bell or some shit.
But they were brand new. We had a brand new Sugar Bowl. We had a brand new Orange Bowl, and they were brand new. So.
Brand new orange, yeah. Brand new orange, yeah. That's right. And let's go ahead and talk a little bit about. Let's see. I thought I had something else there before that. Anyway. Okay. Let's go ahead and
what about the players? What about the? All right, sorry.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, we got. What was special about 1934 was that we won that with a passing game. Most people didn't play a passing game, but that was what changed. Was like the grandfather of, well, I guess wide receivers would be because of this 1934 national championship. So.
Right, and I'm glad you mentioned that, because we'll go ahead and get into this here. The All-Americans on that team, by the way, we had Dixie Howell. Dixie Howell was a quarterback during that game, but he was also listed as a tailback and a halfback, which he was from Hartford, Alabama. So Does anybody know where Hartford is? I ain't never heard of Hartford. I've heard of Hartford, Connecticut, but not Alabama. So, if y'all haven't known, so but anyway, he was 5'11", so he wasn't the tall. He wasn't the tallest. I'm sure there's probably some shorter than that. I don't know, but most people think they want a tall quarterback. So, I mean, you got any thoughts on that? I mean, does height really matter? What I'm asking. So,
I don't think it does,
so
but I guess it depends on how what kind of game you play in. I don't know. I don't think it
yeah.
does.
So, yeah. Well, most people now because all the players are higher. They think a taller quarterback could probably see over the heads and better. But we can. I mean, that's what's good about having a mobile quarterback because he can get around and see that there. So, but yeah, I don't know. There's something about Austin, Texas. They're shooting or something there. And yeah, we want to keep them in our Austin, Texas. So it's the world's a bad place, folks. Just be safe out there, will you? If you have to travel any, it's just. We're not getting into politics because that's not us. We don't do that here. So, but yeah. Let's go ahead and get into this here. That we had All Americans, which Dixie Howell was there. We had Don Hudson. He was 6'1". He was 183 pounds, and he was the end. Now he was the way I understand it. He was the bookend, tied in with Bear Bryant. So, but. He was 183 pounds, 6'1" from Pine Bluff, Arkansas. So we did not have all Alabama native players on the team. So, but yeah, and we know that Bear Bryant wasn't necessarily from Alabama as far as births. So yeah, anything you want to say on that? Particularly about them two in general.
Well, about the Bear Bryant and Don Houston,
Don Hudson.
them two. Hudson, I'm sorry.
Hudson.
I'm sorry. Anyway, just that no, no, just that it was a really good team. But we've also got Dixie Howell and Tarzan White. It was on there. So between all four of them, you've got a really it was a really standout situation. You had Dixie Howell making the decisions. You had Hudson, he was a vertical threat, and then you had Tarzan White, who had a lot of speed, and you had Bear Bryant, who was playing with a broke leg. So there you go.
Yeah, ain't that amazing, man? He just the guy's got a broke leg, and he's out there still playing. So that's amazing to me. It's I don't even know. I don't know how NCAA works or anything if that's allowed or anything or I mean let me see if I can get it here. Y'all just hang on, just be patient with me just a little bit. It's like it's right here. It's just this shirt here explains it all. Suck it up. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
So he just sucked it up and he played the damn game. It didn't fucking matter that he broke leg, The man's in pain. And get this here, folks. In this age of big pharma, okay, big pharma, and it's a little political. That's it. That's as far as we're going. But he didn't have nothing like that. He just went out there and played. He said, "Fuck it, my team needs me." I want that kind of attitude this year. Don't you? Does anybody else see that?
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Absolutely. It just shows that they wouldn't have a team of whiners. There wasn't no whiners. No whining in football.
That's it. I mean, you don't. I mean, if you're gonna be a little candy ass little pussy, whatever. I mean, my apologies. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the feet. I'm sorry, but that's what they're big. Go ahead.
But now you mentioned NCAA. The NCAA rule book at that time was focused on equipment safety, eligibility, substitution rules, and conduct, and did not really have any provision for medical fitness. If a player said they could go, they got to go.
Right. So I'm trying to get it finished, folks. I'm trying to get it on that high, as that song says. But yeah. Anyway, yeah.
All right, Jitterbug.
George Michael, rest his soul.
Yes.
Rest his soul, George Michael. I didn't agree with his politics on which way he went. Okay. And if stroke Charlie, I understand you might be lurking. Hey, I mean, Susan already tell you how that is with you. So if you are lurking, okay, you ain't getting nowhere with us. So, oh man. And my red face show there. Hang on. Well, anyway, but yeah. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. And there was another guy here that was an All-American that you didn't mention, but that's okay. That's okay. It was Bill Lee. He was 6'2" tall. He was 200 pounds, and he was a tackle from Utah. Alabama. Now I don't mean UTAH. I don't mean that. Spell that there in Alabama.
You mean like
EUTAW. Just exactly how it sounds. I love it. Phonics. Bring me that here. Utah. EUTAW. That's it. I know where that's at. I think I've been through there. Through there on that little highway. So go ahead.
Well, they have a population of 2,937. 2,937.
Really? Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yes. As of the 2020 census, there's like just under 3,000 people in the city of Utah, Alabama.
Damn. Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Crybo. What are they talking? They talking about Tebow out there? Tebow never stopped crying.
Yes.
We all grown about something. I don't know.
Oh, about that whining.
I didn't. Yeah.
That whining in football. That crying Tebow. That Tebow in 316.
Hartsford is near Huntsville. I didn't know that. Did you know that?
I didn't know that either. I did not. I didn't even know where Utah was.
You didn't?
No,
okay. I can tell you that because I was a truck driver, so I went through there.
Somewhere off.
It's off 2050 between. It's between Tuscaloosa. Not Tuscaloosa. What? Tuscaloosa and Meridian.
Yeah, I'm going to say they didn't have a Piggly Wiggly. I ought to know it. So, just saying.
No, it was that. It was what I seen. I might have knew downtown. I mean, I came up from the north down that highway, whatever it is that goes that way. Might have not went through downtown, but I went to get off to the exit. And what I seen, it wasn't nothing. So it was.
Well,
pardon me while I mix this.
Hartford's got about this. Hartford's got roughly the same population size as Utah, Alabama.
Does it?
So,
that's pretty small.
Yep. Well, maybe, but at least they're still seedy, you know.
Right. Well, I know where Lake Skillet, Alabama is, don't you? I know where Lake Skillet is.
Lake Skillet?
I know where Limrock is.
No.
Yeah, Alabama.
No.
You don't know where Lake Skillet is?
No.
Wow.
No.
You never heard of Butch Menifee? Butch Menifee?
No.
Wow. Okay.
No.
That might have been before your time. I'm a little bit old, just a little bit.
I used to know most stuff, but I don't know everything. I ain't gonna say I do.
Yeah.
But, no.
That's all right. And then Spencer got that place that I think he said like Butcher Holler or somewhere like it. But he can say where he's from. Wednesday night, or he can come on here if he wants to pop in and pop off like the other guy does. But y'all know who I'm talking about. But yeah. Anyway, he's from a little small town up there. I know where Pisgah's at, so he was just down the road from Pisgah. So, and if that's a small thing too. That's up on Sand Mountain. So yeah, I delivered. I delivered groceries out that way. So, I went to school. So, well, I delivered groceries. I didn't go there to the Pisgah High School, or elementary, or wherever it was. That's been many years. That's been in the 1980s that I delivered groceries. So, but yeah.
Yep.
So let's get on back here. So anyway, all right, let's go ahead and get this right. I do want to try to touch on this other two that I already got now, but anyway, the big game remained to be for that year. 1934 was the Rose Bowl, which we had Stanford, which was 9 wins, 0 losses, and 1 tie. And we were 9 wins, baby. Undefeated, baby. What more can you ask for, baby?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
That's right.
Get this here. Back in 1934. Now, this might have been the population of the whole United States at the time, but 85,000 attendance at this game. I mean, was Los Angeles that many people? I don't think it was. Do you?
I have no idea.
So, So, Jeff Stapleton is that his aunt and uncle lived for, but I may have to look. I can't picture it right now, but it's HA. The spelling I got was like Connecticut, HART was that spelling. So I'll look at that and I'll look at that. Sure will. But anyway, but yeah, you got. Go ahead.
Well, as Pasadena's population.
You want to talk about the first quarter?
Well, I was going to go back to the population. The population of Pasadena was between 76 and 80,000 in 1934. So anyway, I was just wondering, yeah. So I was.
Wow! Holy moly!
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
So they had that many. That's a lot of people.
Okay, that is quite a bit there just for that. If everybody in the whole town came, then that just about made the whole thing. But I don't think it would. I'm pretty sure a lot because there wasn't a whole lot going on. Let's face it, 1934 wasn't a whole lot going on in the whole nation. So it was the Rose Bowl, baby, the Rose Bowl. But anyway, this is a little bit disheartening. Okay, Stanford led in the first quarter 7-0. Okay, so we've been behind before. From perspective, we've been behind before. I can remember 2017 national championship. We was in the first half. The whole first half 10-0, if I remember right. So, but anyway. So Stanford led in the first quarter. Then Bama scored 22 points in the second quarter. Wow! You got anything on that? 22-7.
I'm still stuck on the attendance of going, ugh. But no, go ahead.
Oh, did you say it?
I said you asked me if I had anything on the second quarter, and I said I was still stuck on attendance because the year before they only had 35,000, and they more than doubled the attendance just between the season and this one. So it was a record breaking. There was a full house for sure, and that's just crazy.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So they more than
Yes. Yes.
from
Yes.
the year before. Okay.
Yeah, they went from 35,000 to.
Because they want to see they wanted to see the
Exactly.
premiere. See Forrest Gump out there on the field, buddy. Forrest Gump. They wanted to see him out in the field running all the way down there and saying, "Stop, Forrest, stop. Don't hit them band members out there on the side, on the end zone. Don't hit them, please." I love that movie. I love that movie. But yeah, anyway, so let me see what I got here. Okay. Then okay, so what was the final? Did I say that here? What was do I have that up here somewhere? Shit. Do I even have it? I don't know. We won anyway. We won it. Okay. National video. I'm on this that, but anyway, but yeah. No, 29-14. I knew I had it here somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. They
Yeah. Quarterback C. Howell and Don Hudson winning 29-14. So anyway, all right, do you on any of that part of the game, or did anything stand out to you that you might have researched or anything?
I think the most important thing was that the most important thing is up until that time that everybody was playing primarily a running game, and that was a big deal that they were able to turn this win with a passing game, because nobody was passing the ball, everybody was running the ball, and so that was a big deal. And so it started out like the evolution of what the different jobs are and what the different positions actually have turned into today, that may have not been the same positions that they were because of what their job assignment was in 34.
Right. Because I know we talked earlier there on this here, but we got that Dixie Howe. He played 3 different positions, right?
I think so.
I got him as a tailback, halfback, and also the quarterback. So, but yeah, we seen that before. That we had players that, because they had limited players on the field at times, so they had to play different kind of positions. So, either offense or defense. So, yeah. So, but anything? You got anything on that before we go on, or I could go over the roster if some of these names might stand out to you and some of them might not. So during that time,
well, I was just thinking about how important that Hudson was, because before him, receivers mostly ran straight patterns and their passing was secondary. And so after him, he introduced sharp cuts and deceptive stems, and he was like getting out there and running a different route, and it was shaking up everybody in the game. So I think that he's a little bit underestimated. I mean, under recognized as far as his contribution to the game as a whole.
Right. What was I going to say there? I don't know what I was going to say there. I must be getting pretty good on this here shit, but fill in there for a while I take me a sip or two.
Well, I don't know. It's what else did we have in 34? We had he went on to play. He wasn't the first to play in the NFL, but he played in the NFL and he was in the Hall of Fame. And he, I still think he's underestimated.
Yeah. Let's talk about that other player that you was talking about. You said should have been 4 there. We had Dixie Howe, we had Don Hudson, and then we had Bill Lee. What was that other player that you mentioned?
What you heard talking about Tarzan and Wyatt?
Yeah, Tarzan there. You want to talk on him a little bit? I got some information here on him too, if you want to go in and Say what you need to say.
What did you pull up on him today? What did you got?
Well, of course, he's Tarzan White. He wore number 48, which is only 4 more above this here, buddy. 4 more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he was also left halfback, quarterback, and defensive back, I guess. 1944 to 1947. No. Hang on. Woo!
Well, they said
I'm on the wrong one. I'm on the wrong person. Sorry about that.
Oh well, this has said if Dixie Howell was the brain that was making the decision, if Dixie Howell was the brain and Don Hudson was the future, then Tarzan White was the edge speed that made the 1934 Tide offense go. So he was the offensive powerhouse for that season. That would be
there you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So yeah, I'm sorry. I was reading off of Harry Gilmer, which he's on down over there. So he's on down. But anyway, I was this Tarzan White. He was an All-American. He got his master's bachelor degree in math. Look at there in math. So there you go. Anyway.
See, I still don't understand.
I guess that's all I got.
Dixie Howell and Tarzan White, they were running a single wing backfield, and so it confuses modern fans. So they were running tailback as quarterback, and I still don't really understand exactly how that works. But I don't know. Maybe you do, WB. How exactly? Because they recognize that as quarterback, but really was tailback because that position has evolved over time. So
yeah. Well, you don't hear you don't hear that term no more, tailback. So I don't know, but yeah, you talking about Dixie Howell there? He was also known as a passing wizard. So yeah, that's what you said earlier there. That's what won the game, passing game. So and you said we've done that very same thing here recently. So, but I mean, everybody said we need a running game. I think we need a complementary running game. I don't think the running game will solve all the problems. Just like I don't think all the passing. We sometimes just barely squeak by with a passing game. So I think it'll be a between the two of them. Is that the word I'm trying to look for? I don't know.
Yes. And then what else was
it?
It's like you said earlier. You sent me something earlier too about people. These kids get shook up. I'm still defending the kids. They're not perfect. They're still kids, and they get heckled. They get ridiculed. They get told they suck, and they're out there just doing the best that they can. And they get a hard time, and that can't be good for their mental health either.
Right. All right, so yeah, I got some more to say about our Don Hudson that we had on. So yeah.
All right then. All right.
We had Don Hudson he played from 1932 to 1934, and mentioned that Bryant played the other end of that weekend. They're called bookends, but he was described as fluid in motion, wondrously elusive, undefeated in 1934, with a fake, inventive in his patterns, and magnificently at ease when catching the ball. I mean, just hey, put it to me, and that don't necessarily just speak for him. It could be this Dixie Howell just knew hard to throw the ball. We've seen that before, on our team. So we've had some great players, no doubt about it. So, you got anything on that?
No, more? I just in agreement. I don't have anything else to add to it.
Okay. So yeah, we had some great players there, and like I said, we're just going over this here 100 years of national championships, folks, and let me just go ahead and give you this here. We want to talk about this hatred that we got here. The hate is real. Okay, we've said that here. The hate's real, and I'm a little ashamed about saying my source in the year that this came out, and so I won't mention that. Okay, not right yet. I probably will before it's over with. But 10 most hated teams in college football. You ready? Number one. Number one was guess who?
Alabama.
That's why I said the hate's real.
Alabama.
Yeah, and it's at 16%. So y'all just hang in there. And y'all just cast that line out there and keep fishing. Here it is. You got Ohio State number 2 at 12%. Notre Dame at 10%. State at 7%. Michigan at 6%. USC at 4%. Texas at 3%. Oklahoma at 2%. Nebraska, how'd they get in on this damn list? They're hated. Give me a goddamn. Who put this damn shit? Who put this shit together? Nebraska. Hated.
Nebraska who?
At number 9. Right. Fucking when has a Cornhusker done any damn thing since what? 1990 something? Hell, I don't. How far back the fuck was that? How far back was that? Hell, I got socks that old. Shit. I do.
That's like hate. That's like hating Slippery Rock.
At 2%, and then look, it's just right here. None of the above is at 38%. None of those above was at 38%. Now, so shit. What do you got to say about this here? I mean, the hate's real. We seen that.
The hate is so real because it's evolved over time. In the 20s, you had people like, it's the South. I'll screw them. And then in the 30s, they start to respect it. They're like, this is South. Anyway, and then in the 60s and 70s, the people are tired of us winning. They go, there they are, they're winning. And then in 2009, like forward, since Saban was there, it's all just been a big backlash of having a dynasty. So yeah, we've been hated for the whole 100 years.
Yeah. Jeff, I don't know if there was a powerhouse. But they did get one on with Gipper, I think, one of those years. But that was 1990s. Yes, that was a bad year. Besides our natty in 1992, and that was fantabulous. Phenomenal, as that song says. That ain't the way it goes, is it? I think it's banana or something like that shit.
What?
Anyway, that song, my na. I was doing that to the phenomenon because I said phenomenal. So.
Yeah.
Powerhouse. I don't know. I mean, they did get one on the Gipper here. They did. They got one on us during the 90s, but it's 90s was a weird decade for us. I mean, we got the Natty in 92, and it's what it is, and we had some problems during those years, and we didn't get Sean Alexander during those years, so I love the hell out of that. So, you got anything you want to say about Sean before we, we're getting close to time? So,
go Seahawks. That made me a Seahawks fan back in the day.
Steven, there you go, Steven, Seahawks. But I did like him when he played for them. Yeah, go ahead. I'm trying to get on that shit.
Nebraska apparently was a national power at one time. I mean, who thought? But I don't think we ever could. I think we could have been losing and still thought they sucked. I don't know. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
hard. It's hard.
That's
It's hard.
true,
It's hard to
Jim.
be objective being from Alabama.
Yeah. So anyway, you got from let's just count this up then. What we had a natty in 1992. I'll just show it right here. So we had this natty right here, 1992. I don't know if you can see that 92, and then you had 2009 was our next one. So that was pretty good. What was that? 15 years something. Was it?
It was
92 to 2009. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 17 years. Sorry, 17 years. So that's pretty bad deficit. But yet, hey, Jogga, you out there? It wasn't no 40 years. Okay, it wasn't no 40 years. Just saying. Just saying. Roll Tide, number 44. So go ahead. Proud to be a Alabama. Go ahead.
Yes. I'm proud to be a Gump too. I'm gumping it up. Yo.
Gump Nation forever, brother, as our brother says. Spencer. Love man. Gump Nation ever, brother. That's right. And sisters. Yeah. But yeah, 17 years without an answer. That's right, until Nick came. That's right, Jeff. And he changed it all. I mean, he had a few years that he had to get started. And, you know, we seen that Wallace Wade, he had probably a few more years. Well, I think, what, 3? Well, when he came 23, 24, 25, he had 3 years. So, you know, it's and then Nick came in there and did it with 2. So kudos to him.
Yeah. And you got to give
Bear Bryant told
gives.
the team. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. What Bear Bryant say?
Bear Bryant back in '58, whenever he first arrived, you know, I listened to one podcast. I'm sorry I got ice on my mouth, folks. Sorry. Bear Bryant told him, and from what I understand, whenever he got to Alabama, he wanted to fire everybody on the team. That was his deal. And from one podcast I seen that was on that damn board, he was saying, please, coach, give me a chance there, because he thought Bear Bryant passed the hallway and said, you know, what the water boy, and you know, he told him, you know, he said, well, you can stay. So he but anyway, that's neither here nor there. Bryant told that team, he said, you know, y'all stay with us here, and in 4 years we'll win a national championship. Y'all stay with us now. And that's what he did. What, 58, 59, 60, 61. That's right. National championship, baby. National championship. Did what he promised there, you know. So go ahead. I'm on the shit. I need your drink. Go ahead.
I was just thinking that Mike Sheila gets really a lot of criticism, but in my opinion, he was building a team that if he hadn't left the team built back as much as he did, that Saban would have had a lot rougher time just going in there and winning. Is what I really think, because I mean Sheila gets a lot of flack, but he wasn't as bad as everybody thinks he was. That's what I think. So
right.
You can argue with me, I don't care.
And you know, I can remember that. I'm gonna talk good about our coach, and I'm usually don't say a whole lot about Saban. I know he's a great coach, and everybody says that he's a GOAT. If you feel that way, wrong way. If you do, my apologies, but I'm gonna speak good of him, because he came here, and I enjoyed his speech. I'm gonna tell you what, man. When he came here, he said we're gonna get back to what we do. The tradition of winning national championships. And he said that in his speech there, and I said, damn, this guy here will work out, man. Well, it took a couple of years? 2009, 2009. Took him a couple of years. He got it. So, but it takes discipline, and you got to have some players to buy in, and we've got that, I believe. So, and we got it on this team here. For some reason, we just can't get our thing gelling together. For some reason, I don't know. But yes, if we'll hang in there, we'll have a national championship. I believe this is going to be his. Is it do or die? Hey, I gave that team there back in 50. I'm going to say let's go 4 years. Let's say 4 years. This is supposed to be his team. This is what he built. Let's see if he gets it done. We're in a different age. We got we don't have the BCS back as it was back then. Was that peephole back then, wasn't it, or not? Post did everything back then. Probably. You had that other one and UP and some other shit. United Pole, whatever. But anyway, we got the BCS and now we got the national whatever fucking playoff shit. I don't know, but anyway, but yes, we're just about up to time there. You got any final words there before we go ahead and take it? So
no.
Or say about Nick Saban. I mean, yeah, because I was impressed with his speech. Did you see that with DeBoer? I don't know. I didn't see that. But talk to me.
I just think that it's hard because Saban was great, and I mean I still think the Bears greater, but whatever. But that we've got to. I don't know. I've been just bummed out. Okay, I've just been bummed out. The season sucked, and then we've got to do something, or we got to get rid of this guy. All right, that's what I'm saying. That's enough. I'm trying to be nice, but I can't stand it anymore. We're Alabama. All right. Go Tide.
And we're used to a tradition of excellence, and that's what Bear Bryant said whenever he came in 58. He said, "We're going to get back to this tradition of excellence," and he was a big admirer of this Wallace Wade. The same way I'm trying to, and I'm doing research here, and I love Wallace Wade myself. That got pissed off because that 1929 loss to damn fucking to Tennessee. Pissed at that. And he felt it's time to go. So yeah, I was pissed at that. He was fighting man. This Hannah guy there on there. He was kind of afraid about what happened and shit. But it still came up as a loss. So, but anyway, but yes, we love Alabama. We got to stand behind Coach DeBoer. This is his third year. Let's go. Let's support our coaches. Let's support our team. No mercy crew. We're going to stand behind them 100%. And if you want to leave, now's your chance to pack your bags, get the fuck off of damn fucking Alabama campus here. Go, please. Just go. Just exit stage left or stage right, whichever way you need to go. Just go. Okay. If you want to stay and you want to be back to a winning national championship, we want you. Come on in here. We want you. Okay, so Spencer, if you want to go ahead and bring us on out here with a roll down tide, everybody. We love you. Go ahead.
Roll Tide.
You've got to be better in all three areas of life, which of course are spiritual, mental, and physical. You must be able to discipline yourself. If you don't learn but one thing out of football, it'd be worthwhile. There's certain sacrifices that you will have to make. There are going to be many sacrifices you have to make in later life. To fight. Oh, I don't mean fist fight. I mean to get up and come back and get up and come back and get up and come back again after you've been knocked down. And that could happen to you in later life. But if it does, you're going to know how to handle it. There's no one that ever has or ever will accomplish anything alone. I've read about self-made men. That's Tommy rot, as far as I'm concerned. I don't even know how to define intangibles. And I know that if you learn these lessons, you'll have it. And if you have it, you'll win, and you'll be better prepared in those 3 areas of life that we've been talking about. That there are going to be times for everyone that you're going to get discouraged. But if you never lose sight of your objective and never give up on yourself, if we do that as a team, 11 at the time, 4 years from now, why, we'll be walking out of here the national champion.